So in this subtask, the digital clock and countdown timer project, we're going to be fixing the digital clock function, that is, we'll be displaying the time. So here we have a code snippet from which you can print out the current time. Now if you notice over here, we have given TM year plus 1900 and TM1 plus 1, which is year and month, and we've added 1900 to the year and 1 to the month. So why have we done this? So let me come to the year first. So these C libraries were made back in the 1900s, that is around 1970. So back then, what they did was they made sure that TM year would give the number of years from 1900. That is, let's say I print TM year, then what would I get was I would get 125, which is 125 years from 1900. Basically, 1900 will be a reference year from which we'll be printing out the number of years that have passed since 1900. So if I print out TM year plus 1900, I'm going to get 125 plus 1900, which is 2025. Similarly, for month, the way TM month stores month is that 0 would be January and 1 would be February. But instead, we want to make sure that 1 is January and 2 is February, which is why we have added 1. And local time over here is a structure in which we store the time along with its info like year, month, day, hour, minute, and second. And coming to the code, if we look at the digital clock function, first we're going to run an infinite loop using while 1, and then after that we're going to get the current time using time t current time equal to time null. So what is this line? So time t over here is a type def, that is, it's a type of variable which you get from the time.h library. We are going to create a new variable called current time of type time t, which is basically a very long integer, and then we're going to give time null, which is going to give out the current time. So current time holds the current time. And after that, I'm going to create a new structure called TM, which is of type local time. And then to that local time, I'm going to give the current time as an input. Now in this structure, it's going to have many variables like year, month, day, hour, minute, and second. Each one corresponds to the respective information like year, month, day, hour, minute, and second. Now after getting the structure which holds the information about the current time, we're going to print it out. And the reason we're given %04d or %02d is basically to format the way we print out the time. So as we know, %d is to print out integer, and the reason we're given 04 in between is to tell that the minimum number of numbers that it has to be while printing out should be 4. That is, for example, let's say I want to print out 1 in this format, then I'm going to print out 0001. And if I want to print out 3, I'm going to print out 0003. So whenever I print out, it always has to be 4 numbers. Similarly, right after that, I'm printing out %02d, which means I need a minimum of 2 numbers. So if you notice, first we are printing out the year from the local time structure, and then we are printing out the month, the day, the hour, the minute, and the second. So let's focus on the first two. So first we are printing out the year, which will be of 4 digits. That is why we have given %04d. And for the month, it's going to be between 1 to 12, which is of 2 digits, which is why we have given %02d. And similarly for the rest of the variables. And then I've given sleep 1 over here to make sure the program does not run for 1 second, that is, the program sleeps for 1 second, after which it will run again in the while loop. And here we have our countdown timer project, which will be explaining in the next subtask, and rest of the code is same. So let me just run this code once. So let me give digital clock. So you can see my time is being printed out every second, and it's being printed out in the next line. Let me just submit this code once. So I passed both the test cases, and let's move on to the next subtask.